So there are many books out there that are built on the bond and loyalty of a dog with their humans, but I think Fletcher does the best job out of all of those books building that bond. And dogs have what I want to talk about is like how the effects that dogs have on us and how much they lead to benefits of mental health and physical benefits too, according to Melvin Shinhow on page 34 of her article. And all the sources that I'm going to talk about, they all cover the importance and how much they help, how much dogs help humans. But the main problem that these sources have, none of them really talk about how dogs actually help them. They all prove that they do help humans, but none of them say how they go about doing that. So dogs are important to humans mostly because the humans need the dog. I feel like that's what I'm gaining from a lot of these articles is that the human needs someone else instead of the dog actually needing them. So in other literature, like the book Old Yeller, according to Armbruster on page 357 of their article, they talk about how Old Yeller is such a classic, and even then they were building a bond between the dogs and human, and the dog helping out the family and building them instead of them helping the dog. So they can also give a great mental relief, which builds on Armbruster. This survey of over 68,000 people in England proved that most people with dogs report less mental illnesses than anybody else, according to Leo on page 1. So I think it's pretty clear that dogs are a great coping mechanism for people whenever they have stressful times and those kinds of things. So, according to Wren on page 3 of their article, they talk about how dogs gain such a great bond with their humans that they could even get separation anxiety. So, that just adds on to the proof of how important they are in each other's lives. Previous books have talked about all of these bonds and love that they have for each other, but they don't do it like Fletcher has done because Fletcher has put them in the middle of nowhere, just the two of them, and no one to rely on but themselves. So again, these articles they all cover the importance of having a dog and what it can do for the human, but still none of them talk about how it actually helps the human mentally for those benefits. I think an activity everyone can do is think of a stressful time that they've had, and if they have an animal or especially a dog, if that has helped them get through those times. And I know most people don't have dogs on campus, so just think about the times that you had them at home.